Hey, board gamers, BJ from Game Gumbo here, back with another live play. This time we're going to be playing Tutankhamun from 25th Century Games. And I've got a couple of friends here with me. Take it away, Jack.
Hey, I'm Jack, as he just said. Here's his son. Let's play.
I'm Allison Vizzy from another avid board game family, here to play with the Rosas tonight.
I'm Matthew Rosa, aka OG Hobbit, and I'm here to play some board games.
We have a genuine celebrity here, OG Hobbit, who actually set up the stream for us tonight. So we're going to be playing Tutankhamun. It's from 25th Century Games, designed by the good doctor, Reiner Knizia. We've played a lot of Reiner Knizia games over the years, although you guys don't know that name. You've actually played some of his games with me in the past. But this is one that Chad Elkins from 25th Century reprinted. We're playing the retail version of it. There is a Kickstarter version that's a lot fancier, but as you can tell, even the retail version is really nicely done. So I'll give a quick overview and then we'll get the game started. I do have some cheat sheets for you guys to take a look at. You're going to pick a color out of the 6 that we have here. And then our goal is we're starting with, well, let's see, we have 4 players. So let me just make sure we got it. We're going to start with 24 gold coins. So pick your color and then we'll start on 24. So Matt will be green.
Black.
I'll do yellow.
Yellow. And I will do red. I'll do white because it's a big one. Each of the pieces all look different. Yep. All different gods. So Matt, put those 4 on 24.
Seems black should.
And then we'll take the red and blue out.
24.
Nobody picked UL's colors. That's amazing.
Dang.
Okay, so we'll all start on 24. So Tutankhamun has died. This is his tomb, and that's his sarcophagus.
Okay.
We're all vying to become the person that can show the most closest relationship with King Tut, right? To be that advisor that was really close to him. By doing that, we're going to put things in his tomb, all the different idols and gifts and swords and daggers and rings. And we'll put those in the tomb. And to do that, we're trying to give gold to show how much favor we have with him. The first person to get to 0 by going all the way around the track, first person to get to 0 wins. Or if we run out of tiles on the Nile, this is the Nile River leading up to here, whoever's closest at the time that we run out of tiles and we can't play anymore, that'll be the one. But it'll probably be the person getting rid of it. So how do you do that? On your turn, it's very simple. All you got to do is take your boat and go as far down the Nile as you want to go to. And you can go all the way down. You'll probably not want to do that because you're going to pick one of these tiles. So I'm playing white, is that right? Mm-hmm. Yeah. So if I went to here and I took that ceremonial knife, I would just take the tile and keep it here in front of me, right? And now I'm in that spot. Okay. So what do the different tiles do? At that point, they'll either be set collecting the stuff or they'll take an action. And here's what it is. If you notice, there's 8 4s and 6s and 2s on most of the tiles. That means that there are 8 of those tiles, 6 of those tiles, 4 of those tiles, 2 of those tiles, and they score when all of them are off the board. So if the 2 ceremonial knives come off the board, that's the only 2 on the whole Nile, then whoever has the majority of those will get the 2 points. If you have the second most, you'll get half of that, 1 point, okay? And when I say points, of course, you're giving gold to King Tut's tomb and you're taking it down. But really, it's just reverse points.
Yeah, how many points again?
The player who has the most of those tiles gets 2, whatever it is on there. Okay. Second place gets half.
And in case of a tie?
I don't remember. I'll have to double check, but I think it's the closest to the tomb, but I'll double check that. All right. So that means that the trickier ones are the 6s and the 8s and the 4s, because that's a lot of tiles that are out there. There are 8 different ones of this exact type, right, out there. So we got to keep an eye on that. But it's going to work faster because when I go to here, and let's say everybody else is here, here, and here, with those tiles removed, any tiles behind me go into the underworld, right? Because we passed them. They go into the underworld, okay? So on your turn, you grab your boat, Go to that next tile that you want to go, take that tile, and that's your set collection until all the tiles are taken off, and then we score them, okay? You can also, if you want to, let's say I'm here already. If I missed this tile before, you can never go backwards. But since this one is kind of touching your boat, you can grab it.
And you can collect more than one type of tile.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
you're going to want to grab all kinds of
So
different
you
tiles.
can grab 3 tiles. What are you saying with that exactly?
So all I mean is, let's say this one was already out, okay? And I'm already here, and Matt finishes his turn, and it's my turn now. Instead of going down the Nile, I can never go backwards.
Oh, okay,
but since I'm touching this
wanted
one,
that tile behind you.
Your next turn, you can use it to take the tile behind you.
Take the tile behind me. So
for ties, if it's
closest,
if it's a tie for first, it's the person who's further back on the Nile gets first.
Okay.
And the other one gets second place. If it's a tie for second, the person further back gets second place. The rest gets none.
Okay, so keep that handy because that's a little bit tricky. All right. Notice that there are 2 other different kinds of tiles, though. And those are the god tiles and the little rings. I forget what they're called.
Scarab rings.
Yeah, scarabs. Okay, so little scarabs. So let's go with the scarabs because they're the easiest ones. Anytime you pick up a scarab ring, and that's just by going on one of the rings here, you take that tile with you. There's only one scarab ring, it says here, but that's not really true. All it means is that you immediately get 1 gold piece. That's why it looks a little bit different. You immediately get 1 gold piece, and at the end of the game, whoever has the most gets a bonus 5. So that means if we're close on a tie, this could mean something big, and that's all that does. Gives you an immediate gold piece there, and then 5 at the end. But the god tiles are where the fun begins. There's 5 different god tiles, and you each have a cheat sheet. The 3 of us have cheat sheets for them. If you land on the god tile, then you can take that tile, take that action, and then put it immediately in the tomb. It's not going to give you any gold, but it's going to give you really cool power. So let's talk about them. The Ra tile, which is the one I just grabbed, you remove a tile anywhere on the Nile and place it in the underworld. If it's a god tile, you're not going to actually activate it. You're just moving into the underworld. Why would you want to do that? Well, maybe you know that Matt's about to score big and pass you up on this. When you had a nice little tie going, you could get rid of that last one and throw it in the underworld. Okay? Or there's other reasons. So we have Thoth, which is my favorite parade over there in New Orleans, the Mardi Gras. Thoth is swap the location of 2 tiles anywhere in your Nile as long as they're both in front of your boat. So I don't want to go way out here to grab that last 8. I can switch it with one right in front of me. Okay? Horus, collect any 1 tile in the Nile located behind your boat. If it's a god tile, you still get to resolve it, then you discard it. If it's the last tile of the set in the Nile, you're going to score that set. So if that 8th tile comes out or the 6th tile comes out, you score it. Or you can move your boat to the far back of the Nile behind all other boats and tiles. So that's where, man, I'm not ready to get all the way there. I want to get behind everybody because somebody's about to just cancel out a bunch of tiles. That way you can do that with Horus.
Just one thing I don't know if I enjoy about the game is that you could technically almost get rid of Horus and
let's figure it out once we play.
Gods. Well, I'm just looking at it with the gods. You can kind of channel. You can have one long turn by going. I go to a Horus or Osiris piece, pick up another tile, resolve it. That resolving that god tile means I get to pick up another god tile, and then another god tile, and then another god tile.
You could
another god tile,
but you're not scoring any points. So I don't know why you would do that. So the object of the game is to get rid of points. So all right. So what do we got here? Osiris, like he said, you collect any tile from the underworld, and if it's a god tile, you resolve it and then discard it. If it's an artifact tile, you get to keep it with all the other stuff that you're doing. If it's a scarab ring, you score your point as usual. And then the last one is Isis. You're going to swap. So what happens if Matt's got 6 of the scarab rings and none of us can even get close to it, right? Because there's only 10 of them. So we can't catch up to them. What are you going to do with your scarab rings? You already scored your point for it. If you collect Isis, it lets you swap that scarab ring for any other tile in the Nile. So it gives you that chance to, hey, Jack's already got all the scarabs. I'm going to get rid of my scarabs for something good. You'll score a point when you originally collected the scarab point. It stays there, the one you did, and the scarab ring tile you return to the Nile will score as normal if it's collected by any other player.
Which is the same rule for scarabs. If it's a tie, the person further back on the Nile wins the tie.
Remind us that at the end. All right, so let's figure out who's going to go first. Let's see. They want to do it closest to the underworld, right?
Me.
Jack goes first, and I will go last. All right, Jack.
So you have to immediately resolve a god tile?
Yep. If you get it, you immediately resolve it.
Go to this location and grab this 2.
The only one that you don't is if you take Ra and dump it into the underworld, you don't get that benefit. All right, so Jack took a 2. So Jack, look behind you to see if there's any tiles. Nope. See if there's any scoring. Nope. Now it's Allison's turn.
Okay. I will move my yellow one to the. Let's do the 4.
I'll move to the 8.
Right. Yeah, that Ra is not really going to help us. It's a little too early, huh?
Mm-hmm.
Take that knife one. Jack, back to you.
Who's that? That's Horus. Collect any 1 tile. No, located behind your boat. Yeah. Oh, nice. Actually, all right. I'll go to the Osiris tile. Collect any tile from the underworld. If there's a god idol, resolve it immediately. Then discard the tile of the tomb. I will pick up this tile right here and score 2 points.
Wait. Collect any tiles from the underworld.
Oh, from the underworld.
Yeah,
I did
We're not in there yet.
Not there yet.
I did not read that.
Peter, you'd be proud. She caught it. Nicely done.
But you can still do it and collect 1 point, right? Because
No,
you would
'cause
have the most.
No, I couldn't. I have to collect from the underworld.
Well, so once he moves
Oh,
there,
it's
would
Osiris,
then the
sorry.
last one, would Horus then move to the underworld immediately after?
This one is going to
He
move, but we
moves.
checked that, if I remember right, we checked that at the end of his turn.
At the end of the
Yeah.
turn. Okay.
Yeah.
I think after he makes his move.
When you've sailed your boat, resolve the tile you choose, dealt with any trailing tiles, and scored any
Yeah, so
complete
you do
sets
it in that
play
order.
passes clockwise.
Okay.
But I'm assuming you do that in order, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, yes. Sail, resolve, trail, tile, score.
All right, so what you doing, Jack? The raw tile is definitely going
to
to
this
the
8.
Okay. All right, Allison, you're up. And I love how the 3D parts of it. You got the big tomb here with the sarcophagus. You know, they didn't have to do this, but they have these little
The
guardians right there on top of the underworld. It gives a real 3D flavor to the game.
This is the cool part.
Yeah, that's the box of the game. So.
Right, like, yeah, this was like the cool part. They used like the box as some flavor because there's really no point in this, you know, like there's no like this is completely unnecessary but awesome.
Yep.
Because of the flavor.
It's just for flavor. That's it. All right, Matt, where are you going?
Did you pick up?
I picked up a 2.
A different two, though.
A different two,
different
yes.
two than yours. Oh, different twos.
So how does it work? So
What you asking? That's good.
Perfect. Should have shifted down to have the tomb in the full.
Oh yeah. But the Nile connects to the tomb. See, what's the matter? What's your question?
So I was just you took the knife because I was thinking about it, but that doesn't help me. Wait, where are you? You're white? Yeah, because you would then just get the 2 points.
Yeah,
You're gonna get the point
You would
anyway.
get 1 point.
But then I just lose out on getting other stuff. So,
Well, we would tie for the.
so you would get 2 points and I would get 1 point.
Yeah, yeah.
Which is just not as fun.
It doesn't make sense to do that, right? All right, so I'm gonna take a knife.
Get 2 points.
I will move myself down by 2. These go inside the tomb. And that goes into the underworld. Oh, there's a lot of god tiles here.
It's my turn?
Yes.
Okay. So I will go to the raw tile.
Yep.
Move a tile from anywhere in the Nile and place it in the underworld. If this is a god idle tile, its ability is not resolved. If it is the last tile of a set in the Nile, immediately score the set.
Nicely done.
2 points.
And what happens to the god tile? What is it?
You're gonna use it.
Wait, you took the god tile?
Yeah, I took the god tile. Where does
Okay,
it go?
it goes into the tomb.
Okay.
And so does your scoring.
Okay.
Yep. Both those scored up and they go into the tomb. You're making your offering, and in exchange, what's that?
Because he didn't get this. This one goes to the underworld.
You didn't say that though. As a thing.
It's scored though. Once it's scored, it goes into the tomb.
No, okay.
What's that?
I feel like
The
this
god.
one,
Where is the
but
god?
this isn't getting scored. This one's getting stored, and he has the most. So the 1 stays there, right? This goes to the underworld.
Yeah, this
completes
it goes
the
to
set.
the
Last tile of
underworld.
the set in the Nile, immediately score the
Yeah, I
set.
think that one still goes to the underworld though. Yeah.
It should. Yep. While Alice is taking her turn, I'll take a look just in case. I think we're doing that right.
I'm going to move to collect another one of my 4s.
Ooh.
A second in the set.
Yeah, that's where it goes.
You took yours?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
It says it goes to the underworld. It doesn't say that the set goes in there.
If the tile's an artifact tile and there are no more tiles of the set still in the Nile, you score the artifact set.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, it doesn't matter. Jack won the set anyway, so it doesn't actually
because we
matter.
could,
It's just-
We'll get that back.
Which is
I'll do
actually
that
better,
for you.
but I was thinking because it would go into the
And
underworld,
then you can
therefore
pull it
you
out
could
and get 2
score
points
again.
again. Yeah. That's
Yeah,
why I think that
that's-
stays in the
That's a
underworld.
tough one.
We'll have to ask
Let's see.
Doctor.
Let's see. Dr. Knizia, the good doctor.
Knizia.
I think I'm going to
You're
go
white.
get this one here. Give it some big points. All right. But I'm a long way away from scoring it, so. Thinking. We'll go here. Oh, take an easy one. Okay. She's got 2 of the jars already. Wow. All right.
Let's see. I think I'm going to collect the second one in my set.
Ooh, turn them in.
Got my 2.
She moves down. Same winner every time. So we're all tied?
Nope, I have not scored.
Okay. Matt?
Well, Jack took the one I wanted. So I'm gonna do
Got a 6er. Ooh.
I'll put it here. So that's
jar.
currently I'm just the only person I'm blocking from seeing is Jack.
Yeah, I'm going to take that jar behind me there. All right.
Okay.
Jack?
I will take this one here.
One big 8er.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
We'll also do
Ah.
a different 8er.
Yeah. We're working on the 8s together, okay?
Oh, I didn't even see that.
And I'm going to take this one.
And that scores a set.
I don't think
Yes,
so.
she is 2. Oh wait, no,
She's
never
got a
mind. That's a
different
different.
one.
That's a different one. Okay.
Different.
Yeah, I've got the
Same to me,
I've got the
please.
small mouth jar.
I will take. This 6 up there.
I don't have any god tiles for
I
a
will go
while.
for
Yeah.
8.
Thinking that. A lot of prints on the board. Ah, that's where I was going. Dang it. All right, well then I'm gonna.
Oh, I immediately score it,
You immediately score it. Give yourself a point,
but I keep it.
but keep it because that's your thing at the end. I'm gonna skip that one. And take this one.
Ah,
Yeah.
interesting.
This one here.
Huh. Make her stay way behind.
Might as
Yes.
well, huh?
Way in the back.
Which is good though.
Jumping ahead. Jumping ahead.
Well, oh, you went.
Yeah.
Oh wait, yes.
Well, that's the one you wanted. Yeah. Oh man, that's scarab looks so nice. But I've got to stay ahead. You don't want to collect too many of them. You just want to be one ahead of everybody else, you know?
Mm-hmm.
It's an interesting dynamic. It's one of those games where when you reading the rules and you're trying to figure it out, you're like, man, there's not that much to this game. And then you get in it and like,
Yeah, do you slowly play it or do you fast play it?
do you know one strategy I've heard is to kind of fast play it.
Yeah.
Jump in all the big
And
ones.
the game ends when someone gets over there.
Yeah, Matt, double check that game and make sure I have that right. It's the first one is 0, or is it the first one to the Nile or the last one to the I mean, first one to the Nile?
Once at least one player reaches 0, complete the current player's turn, but no other players will take additional turns.
Matt, you're up. Not the scarab, so she's
Complete.
one down.
If no one reaches 0 on the spirit track before all tiles have been removed from the Nile, then the player with the fewest remaining points wins.
Okay.
Okay, who just went?
I did.
Allison did,
Okay.
so Matt's turn. Gotta keep an eye out.
Okay. Big scarab.
Grab that scarab ring. So knock me down to 1, Matt. Knock me down 1. So I took a scarab ring.
Yep. Okay.
First one.
I'm gonna take.
Wow,
This.
Jack's leaving all that stuff.
I'm gonna take this Osiris tile. Collect
Yeah.
any tile from the underworld. If it is a god tile, resolve it immediately. I'll take Horus. What Horus allows me to do is collect any one tile on the Nile located behind your boat. So I'll pick up this tile.
Yep.
And then score it if it's this last, but
It's
it's
not
not.
the last one yet.
And then move your boat to the far
No,
back
it's
of
an
the
or.
aisle
Or.
behind.
Or
Oh,
Pick up
or
the
move
tile,
your boat.
and
Okay.
you're already in the back, so.
And this goes to the underworld.
Yep, that goes there.
And these go in there.
and how many points? Oh, you didn't score any?
No, he didn't score.
Okay.
Yeah. But he's working on a lot of big pointers, man. Got 8 and 6s.
Let's see. I think I'll just pick up another
She wants the scarab.
one of these.
Oh, man.
Can I get a point, please?
Mm-hmm.
Yellow.
Let's see.
We'll go 2.
Okay. Oh, man. He doesn't have them locked up yet. I still got a shot at it. I think I'm going to join in there with you. I cannot compete with you on that, but this one I can. Yeah, this one I can. Are you still ahead? You got 2. I only have 1.
I mean, I want you to join in on
Meanwhile,
it.
Jack's saying that as he jumps in on 2 the one I collected.
Yeah, exactly. He loves doing
No,
that.
but you took the one that I wanted to
It's
take.
got some interaction to
I
it,
do like
man.
it.
Yeah, got some interactions to it.
He's like, oh, you took the one. he starts on both sets. Not doing it.
So this is a review copy from Chad at 25th Century,
I like
and he included a little expansion. It's got 5 more tiles, including some god tiles. So more little actions in there. I wasn't sure about throwing them in our first game here. So, and I like how the tiles are easy to read. You know,
Yeah.
I can kind of see the artwork by Jackie Davis is really good. You can just look immediately and see. Oh, look at that, Matt and Jack competing with that.
You just decided to jump on
Ooh.
Go for it.
Well, you gotta have an
Starting the
ultimate
set.
plan.
Starting
it.
the set.
Ain't no way.
Oh, coming!
But I
He's
could go
got
for a
3.
second.
Oh, shoot, that's true. That's 4 points if she gets
Yeah.
second. Oh man, that's got that one locked up. Yeah,
For first.
yeah, for first. Oh man, let's see.
Oh, but Jack does have 2 of them already. Fighting for second.
I think when I come here,
Ah.
let's do that lock up. So I've got first place locked up, at least a tie for it,
At least
right?
a tie.
But even though you're tied for first place, you still may not get the 8 points, right?
Correct. If someone is behind you, they win first.
Yeah, that's rough. So I need to still play it from here. Go ahead, Jack.
Secure this one right there.
Jack's got it locked up. Allison's got some big decisions.
I'm gonna go for another one of these.
Ooh.
Just start.
So that's another
That's the
point
next
for
one.
her. And she's got 3 out of the 10. That's pretty good there.
Not caring.
Interesting. I could connect back to her. I think I'm gonna do that. I'll take that little. No, you know what? I'm still, because of what Matt did, I am connected to that now. So I will take that one. Yes. What you thinking? There are some juicy tiles in the underworld there. Oh wow!
No, I thought I was secured.
Yeah,
I was wrong.
that's a cheap 2 points for him too. If he doesn't take another tile, it's a cheap 2 points.
I'm just gonna see what happens
She is slow playing
with this
man.
strategy.
Well, she's also fast and slow playing.
Yeah, that's
I
true.
am. I am. See how this works.
She's got 40% of them. That's pretty close to locked up. I think Matt's the only one that can catch up. No, you only have one. Huh?
You only have one.
Well, Jack. Well, you're gonna go. If I don't do it, you're gonna get it. So I gotta do it. So I'm gonna take that one.
All right.
What you thinking? What are you thinking, Jack? What's your thought process?
I'm thinking.
One of the things about streaming a game as opposed to just playing around the table is, you gotta kind of say what your thoughts are, even though even though it's bad for strategy. But the people out there, they want to hear what you're thinking.
That is true. That is true.
I'm just gonna skip ahead to him.
But you know what? We
Course.
promise we're not going to listen to you.
Yeah.
We won't keep
But
it
you're
straight.
trying to locate behind your boat. So then I will collect.
Oh,
This piece right there.
slick. Jumping in on Matt's tiles again.
I don't want to hear a single
Right.
complaint about anyone grabbing your tiles. I am doing 3 sets. Jack has
Jack's-
also competed on all 3 sets.
He's trying to get all 3 of them. Yep.
I think I'm gonna stick with my strategy right now.
Just scare
And
him.
get a straight 50% of those tiles.
She's
Get
locked
another
it in
point.
now.
Yeah.
She's
Yeah.
completely locked it in now.
Okay.
Oh, he says maybe a tie is in the works. Did you give her her point? by the
Yes.
way? Okay, you did. All right. So I'm gonna leave her jars alone. Oh, that's not me. I'm gonna come and get this one. Yeah, 3 out of 4. Got it locked up. Don't have to worry about it now. Don't have to worry about it.
Right here.
Wow, that's 3 of them.
I'm gonna grab my third one. I think these are little cufflinks. Is that what that is?
Yeah,
I think
so.
so.
This
Is
So
that is dead.
that is dead, and
those
these are the
just
4.
go.
Oh, scored up.
So you get 4.
4
got 2.
points.
Jack gets 2.
2, 3, 4.
Oh,
I think that black you counted that black one.
No.
Okay.
16, 17, 18, 19, 20. Yeah. So the black does not count.
Okay.
And Jack gets 2.
The corners don't count. then.
Correct.
Okay.
1 and 2.
That was a
Okay.
big move.
Well, I will go here, and these are now complete.
I'll
So I
take
get
mine.
8 points.
Oh
4
wow.
points, please.
Matt's been working on that a whole
2,
game.
3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh man.
That's a big
4.
move.
I get 4.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Put it in there. That is a big move. Well, That's gonna mean I'm gonna come to here, and I'm gonna score the 8 and give her the 4.
So you get 8?
Yeah, I get 8.
1, 2, 3.
I hope that was not a mistake.
7, 8. And you get 4.
And I get
So
4.
She goes to 10. Okay.
probably a mistake because if you had taken it, I would have been behind you, which means I would have gotten the 8 and you would have gotten the 4 anyway.
And the tie is
So
who's
either way.
farthest
Yeah.
away on the Nile?
Yep.
Okay.
Somebody's gonna get to 0 though. I think there's too many points on the board. We are really close to 0.
Where are you going, Jack?
Which one you took?
It's 4.
You took the candelabras?
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay.
That's the candelabras.
I am going to go
Oh.
right here.
Oh.
Add to my collection. Try to get second place.
Easy 4 points.
And I believe.
How many do you
Yep.
have? I have 1.
5.
So it means 3 points.
6.
Not one tile and you got 3
2, 3,
points.
4, 5, 6.
That's efficient though. I mean, that's he took one move and got 3 points. That's like 3 scarab moves. You know, that's
Yeah.
pretty slick.
That's kind of been the,
That
I don't know if it's going to work out, but it's kind of been the strategy. Just
yeah, that was pretty slick. It kind of makes sense. With any tile now, huh? Interesting. I think I'm gonna do that then. So I'm gonna come to here, and I'm gonna switch that. So what does it say? I'm gonna swap a scarab ring. So I'll turn the scarab ring in. No, you actually switch it. Okay.
swap a scarab. Yeah, there's all the newly collected tile.
With this one.
So score
Okay.
you 6 points.
Yeah, I get 6. Jack
get
gets
3.
3.
Jack gets 3.
Yeah, and all that goes in there.
You get 6.
And I get 6. Oh, it's gonna be close. Look how close it is. Oh
Jack, your
man,
turn.
it's really close.
Okay. I will pick up.
Might jump.
Oh, these go in there as well.
Yeah, I don't think my time worked out.
I think this is the kind of game your family would enjoy, right, Allison?
I think so.
It's got some interactivity with which your dad likes.
It's not too difficult to pick up.
No, it's
Okay.
typical of Dr. Knizia. It's super simple to play, but there's still a lot of strategy in it. You know, you feel like you have agency in how far you can go. And
There you go.
Okay, I'll go to Raw and remove a tile from anywhere in the Nile and place it in the underworld. If it is the last set of a tile, immediately score the set. I'll take this tile out to score that set. So I get 8 points.
4, 6. That's the 7th tile, right?
No,
And
there's
in
another
here.
one in
Oh, there is one in
Underworld.
there. Yeah, so take
And
that
that-
out.
3,
Yeah.
4, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Oh, he's so close.
And I will get 4 points.
You get 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Wow. Can we stop them, Matt? I don't know. Jack only needs 2 points.
I'll go here.
He's got a bunch on the board.
Excuse you.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Oh, now we know.
Wait, oh, it's Allison.
It's
Yeah,
my
that's your turn.
turn.
Do what you will.
Trying to. Well, I know your plan. I can go back
You
one,
can.
correct?
Yeah, you can
That's
take
true.
it. Yep. That's a freebie, one for you, and it
So I will take
guarantees
one,
you got it.
please.
Yep. She's got the win on the scarabs. That's 5 points she's gonna get.
Yeah.
She just may have it.
Okay.
She just may have it with that one.
But if Jack beats me to the finish, do these 5 points go in play, or are they only
Do
valid?
that while you're taking your turn.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think now.
Figure that out.
Jack, was that one resolved?
Yeah, I want to resolve him to that for the box.
Wow, all the scarab rings have to be taken out for you to get the bonus 5 points.
Ooh.
Can I see it one more time?
There are 10 scarab rings.
That's a good tile to go to, man.
No, it's not.
Scores your points.
I think it says once the last scarab ring is taken out, and that's on the last. It's on the last tile. Yeah, might be tough.
That's my question.
Can she get the last 2 scarab rings? I mean, if it were me, that's what I'd be doing my last 2 turns.
Yeah,
I'd be taking both of those out.
I forgot that was part of the rule.
Yeah.
Makes things interesting.
I will go to.
Oh, he's helping her out. Interesting.
I'm just going to secure my place.
So,
Score.
so this one goes over here.
That's 1 point for her.
1
and I get
point.
6 points.
Why do you get 6
Because
points?
she
put the
just
last one.
put that one, and I get 3 points.
Oh, that is the end of the game.
Well, wait.
Wait, I get
No,
three.
what
you
about
get,
my
he gets
5?
1 more here, and she gets 5
But you
points.
don't go under. You don't go past 0.
Oh,
But
okay.
who?
But how do you?
But I picked up mine first,
Yep.
so would mine score the 5 before Jack
No,
scores
no,
his?
yours at
Jack's
the
in
end of
the
the
game.
game.
Oh,
Your five's
at end of the game?
Your 5
Yeah,
is
you're
at
into
the
the
end
game.
of the game.
Darn.
No, she gets the 5 right now.
Right now, as that one.
As
gets picked
It's
the
up.
when the
last
10th one
one.
is
But
scored.
her moving made me score points.
But
Yeah, you
only.
still get the points.
I know.
But this.
It says that she finishes her turn, which scores your points.
Okay.
So that would have been picked up after
No, this was
my
mine
turn.
already. But yeah, this would have gone
So-
away.
Your
So
turn.
that would not have.
No, that still happened.
It still happened.
Jack ended the game. Or
No,
No,
Allison
hers
didn't
would have
do it.
ended the
Mine
game.
would have ended the
She
game.
gets
Is what
5
I'm trying to
points.
figure
Ah,
out.
Yeah,
but
so
yeah,
I scored my points before
Hey.
this.
so let me.
Yeah, we'll do it tonight.
I'm trying to ask.
What you got?
Blah blah. Once at least one. So the game ends at the conclusion of a player's turn
End of
when
the
any player reaches 0 on the spirit track. So you reach 0, and then your turn concludes, which includes these getting
You
removed.
still
from
have
the
to
game.
remove those out of the game.
So, the sucky part about the end of the game is who wins ties.
Right.
Person who is furthest back on the Nile wins the tie.
Which is
Me.
Jack. Yeah, Jack wins because he was furthest back.
I was really hoping you wouldn't do that because I secured myself.
That's what Matt did
I
it for
secured
that.
myself to
Yeah.
be at the back, and I just
You
needed-
did remind us a while back that that's how the tie gets
I was
broken.
trying not
Yeah.
to say anything, and I was also trying. I just need 1 point.
But she only gets the points if she closes it
Gotta
out.
go there.
You're-
If I had
The
done
bad
it
luck was that the
right.
scarab was right at the end of the Nile.
Yeah,
If it was
terrible
here, then you're the last person, and she wins.
I would at least like to see my little person at the
Absolutely,
end. That would just
yeah.
make me feel a little bit better about myself.
What? And green is at 0 too, right?
Nope.
No,
you got
this
to
is
1
the
point.
0. I got
So
1
it
point
was-
away.
You
I
was
have
1
one more
point
skill.
away.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
But I
It's
was
between me and Jack.
I was going to pick up the last scarab to get the last point,
Yeah.
so that it would also get me. I was hoping everyone would be
Yeah.
like,
Yeah, because if you
Far.
didn't, if you would,
because you can get to the 0. I think because you.
But
This
the way I
is-
set it
think
up
this
was
is
I would have gone over
it's past
been in
the
the back.
scarab is the last tile.
either. Yeah, but the way I set it up
Right.
would have been, I either have to pick this tile up to end the game and win, if she had picked that tile up, but I still would have scored points and she wouldn't have scored as many.
I didn't see where Jack was though.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was pretty slick. Jack hanging back. Yep. And you were hanging back the whole time, and then you ran ahead.
Scarabs,
Yeah,
you just
yeah.
But
I
you
didn't realize-
Why did you grab the scarab tile?
She won
I
5
didn't
points.
realize Jack would have scored points from that. I thought I would have scored my points first, and I would have ended the game.
Yeah.
I wasn't paying
Yeah,
attention
she
to.
forgot that he was part of that scoring set.
Right,
Yeah.
I thought it only would
And
have
you did.
affected him.
You had the second most.
No, yeah, I either Miat and then I had 1, and that scored me 2 points off that
Wow,
one.
just one time. He scored
That's
so
all
many
it took.
points off of these little.
That's why I was going.
You like wait for Matt
didn't
and
feel-
me to get the big set, and
Yeah.
then you just grab one.
Just take 1, and then
But
no
that's-
one else is gonna. They'll say claim it. No one's gonna try to beat you.
Right.
And
That's
I'd see-
that's efficient. That's efficient play
Yeah.
though, because it's only taking one turn, and yet he's scoring
Ah.
3 or 4 points. Did we mess something up?
No, to that rule that I was
With the
that,
gods stay here.
Yes,
Yeah,
but the thing that when you score,
Yeah.
there's a specific, which it is very out of place, but it says that when you score a set,
You take them out.
all
of
of
the
them
thing. Yeah.
go in.
Yeah,
I read that whenever I was reading the rules.
But it's also just not in
It's not clear.
Not where it
It's
should
not
be.
a long rule book. It's
No,
only
no,
4
I know, but
pages.
this is the Scarab Ring section, and it's in
kind of thick.
which I was trying to read more about the Scarab Rings, but it just talks about other rules.
Okay.
All right, so let's go around the table. Jack, thoughts?
I liked it. It was very, especially for being on the time constraint, but it still had some intrigue to it. So I enjoyed that. And I enjoyed being able, because you look at it and the faster tiles get picked up, the more points. But once you get into the game, you realize how slow we're kind of going here, when I thought we would definitely be going, like, skipping around more a lot instead of.
We did in chunks. Sometimes we did skip a lot, and then other times we were really slow playing it. What did you think, Allison?
I thought it was interesting how my strategy changed throughout the game. I was not at all planning on picking up the rings.
We kept leaving them for you.
But hey, I
Take the 3
almost
points.
worked out if I was paying a little more attention to what Jack was doing.
It got you to a tie for first place. Now, you're a graphic designer, so what do you think about the layout, graphic design, all that
Oh, I
stuff?
thought these are great. The art on them is beautiful.
It's gorgeous art. It only took me a couple of seconds, and I could tell all the different items. Because I remember when I was punching them out, I was thinking, "Oh man, a lot of these things look alike." But not when they're laid out.
Right.
Yeah.
Like I knew I had the round urns, you had the bracelets, the
cufflinks.
bracers.
You
Yeah.
could really
But
tell.
especially for you, where there's a lot of games when they have like these similar colors, but it seems like you'll sometimes like not be able to differentiate between, like, when the lighting and everything's hitting, it's hard to see the different colors, but they made it very clear the different items.
Something that I'm very interested in is packaging design. So I found it very interesting how they use this point system as the box. So
Right on
kind
the
of
box.
a
Yeah,
double.
it saves, especially for people who don't have a game topper. It saves a lot of
Very
space.
cool.
They don't have a lot of space. I mean, you got that plus the end of the game also is in the box. You put the pieces back in the box, and then the sarcophagus of Tutankhamun is also in the box. Which,
Yeah, actually,
can we pull that
That
forward a
was
little bit
extremely
just so everyone can kind of see it a little bit more?
Yeah.
For this piece, isn't that so
Yeah,
cool?
that's so awesome.
And it's got the gold leaf on it to really make it look rich.
Mm-hmm.
Super nice.
I think I kept the same strategy the entire game. I was different. I picked my first 3 pieces were my complete strategy, except I didn't account for Jack collecting every single one of my pieces. So I had to contest. My plan was to get 4 Scarab Rings, but Jack contested all my pieces, so I had to leave Scarab Rings behind to win the contest, and I was 1 point away.
Yeah.
But you. So it was awesome, but I wish it was longer, in my opinion. And also, if you play this game more than, I think, twice, this is like a 10-minute game, not even a 15 to 30 minute
It says
game.
15 to 30 minutes, but I think it's 15 minutes, man. If you know this game pretty well.
the gods.
But remember, it's 15 to 30 minutes because the game is 2 to 6 players, and we only played with 4 people.
That's
if you're
true,
playing with
right.
6 players,
I
it'll be
assume
less
you start
points.
with more gold.
No, you start with less points
Yeah.
because there's less opportunities for you to
That's
collect
true.
sets. Because remember, it's only first and second.
Yeah.
It's only first and second.
Right.
So I did like that part about it, that it's pretty easy to play in a short amount of time. It's going to fit right in an apartment. If you're in an apartment, this is a great game for an apartment.
Oh yeah.
I like the fact it's every Knizia game that I play in the small box games like this. They just look like there's not many rules, so how can there be a lot of depth? And then you get in the game and you're like, wow, really gotta think about what
a
I
good
want
amount of
next.
strategies that you can go. Like my strategy, I thought you'd be able to play the gods a little bit more, and that's kind of what I was aiming to do at first. But then once I realized that you kind of have to wait to go a bit further in the game to play the gods, because a lot of theirs revolves around this underworld. That's when I was like, let me just pick up, because I'm not getting the massive amount of points that you guys are on scoring the tiles, but I'm moving up for spending one action, going, I'll take this, I'll take that, and then making sure I have a set that's gonna leap me forward, like that 8 set that I had.
This was also helpful because if you didn't have these cards, and I'm talking about the god
Very
cards,
helpful.
right?
I didn't pick a single one up, but I was constantly trying to understand them and use them. And this was
Comes with
awesome.
6 of them. Now we used them where we flipped them so that we could see, but each person actually gets one. So people don't even have to know what you're looking at because you're flipping over privately if you want to.
Yeah,
So
for a 6-page rule book, it is packed. And it's not even like small text. It's just each one of those rules are massive components,
and they're all
of the
very
game.
important.
They're all very important.
But all of our edge cases, all of our questions in the game are answered by the rule book. So good job. So I like the art. I love the thick, chunky tiles. Love that. Love how the board is they took the time to put all the different pieces. The boats are all the same, but all the different pieces are different.
The different gods here. I like that. I don't see set in here, but I guess it'd be hard to portray a snake on little.
Is it?
These
is it
sets
one of
not
those?
in here.
Nope.
No, it's
Yeah.
Osiris, Ra, Isis, and Thoth, and Horus. That's only 5. Some of it's 6. It's the 6 piece. So, that's Anubis. That's who he has as the 6th goblin.
Our local game store, and there's set.
Yeah. Well, no, I mean not this, but I'm saying the little pieces here.
Yeah. I think there should be some shifting in the rule book.
There we go.
But
Set or extend the river by moving up to 2 artifact tiles from the underworld to the end of the Nile closest to the tomb.
So you add it to the end.
Yeah,
that would have been great for you.
That would have helped me a lot.
Because you wouldn't have been all the way. Had to go all the way.
Okay,
to the end.
that's super cool. So.
And we're looking at the Pharaoh's expansion on here. So
yeah. So Sekhmet, which is one of their gods, of course.
But it just came out this year.
You know how old this game is?
Came out in the 90s, right?
1990s.
Yeah.
Wow. They did a great job.
He makes timeless games, though.
Swap an artifact tile in your collection for any other artifact tile in the Nile that has an equal or lesser point value printed on it.
Yeah, so
that would be interesting. Yeah.
So I got 1 4, and then you jump me by getting 2. I mean, like 1 8, and you jump me by getting 2.
And then she jumps you by.
She's got 6.
Yeah.
Well, my 1 is not going to do anything.
So that lets you swap it to get something else,
Yeah.
or in that very instance, you're about she's about to score her like 2 away from scoring. And you want to hop on that scoring no one else has to get that second place. And he's the next one close to you, so you stay in the rear. Boom, pick up that tile.
And what does the Falcon do?
The Falcon is similar to the bracelet.
It's like the
score 2 points and then discard it into the tomb.
So it's a 1-shot scarab, but you get 2 points. Mm-hmm. Just throw it in there. Yeah, actually, those are not that complicated. You might as well play with those in the game.
I think if you have it, definitely put it in the game. It extends the game time a little bit. But I like it.
That adds to what one of you said that you wanted the game a little bit longer. Yeah, these tiles would add that.
I think if you're playing with like a higher stratagem, not strategy, but
I think a rule that I would change just to make it a little spicier is that
playing for points, for dollars.
No, not for dollars, but that it doesn't end on the ending player's turn. It makes a rotation.
One last rotation.
But
I mean that in a game like that, that's kind of different.
I like the tension though.
I think it makes it.
Is Allison going to end it on? I didn't think you were going to actually do that, and you did. So that cut me out of a turn. I thought I like it. I think it because in many other games, it helps a lot whenever you're down by 50 points. But in a game like this where you're onesies and twosies,
only because of the rule that the person furthest back is the tiebreaker, I think it would be.
But in a long game,
but then would you move? I mean, I guess you would have to move.
So but then it would just more of
okay. But then that just means that if she ended the game, you would just go to the next tile closest, and then everyone else has to move in front of you. So it kind of where's a spiciness to that because then you automatically become the last person.
I like the fact that it ended it. That was something to watch out for. In a
shorter game, and I think
if it's a 2-hour game, then I'm building up this big engine.
Yeah,
I want to be able to run it.
Yeah.
Exactly.
But in a short game like this, it's the tension of who's going to end the game.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So, any other thoughts? Anybody else have any other thoughts? If not, that's Tutankhamun by Dr. Reiner Knizia, a 1990 game that 25th Century Sit did a Kickstarter, and they're delivering the retail right out to the friendly local game store. You can pick this up anywhere on any of the sites. You can also still, I think, get some of the Kickstarter edition copies, which come with giant 5, whatever they're called, thickness wooden pieces.
5 millimeter.
I mean, it's about this size. It's a little bit bigger.
5 inches.
Not 5 inches.
It could be.
Not 5 inches. 5 millimeter, and it's wooden, so big, and they're bigger, so the artwork even pops even more. So it's a pretty good looking thing. But thanks to Chad and everybody from 25th Century Games for sending it to us for review. Thumbs up for me.
Thumbs up.
Yeah, everybody.
Sure.
And until next time, for Barry, DJ,
Chad.
Allison.
There you have it.
Rockers award.
Until next time, laissez le bon temps rouler.